My favorite. Ooh. Okay, what was that? Oh.
Let me see. How many people in here? Ain't nobody in here. Come on, bro. You better talk to me, bro. What you talking about? Like I'm a corner or something. What's good, y'all? I miss y'all. I miss y'all, gang. I've been off like 2 days. No cut. I'm about to get my hair done. I ain't gonna lie. Once I get my hair done, I'm in the building. I'm gonna be feeling like a whole new person. If I start acting weird, you know what I'm saying? Nah, y'all. Of course not. Of course not. Who am I gonna act weird on?
Oh.
Yeah, I ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying? But I could say once I get my hair done, I'm in the building.
What you know that?
You know how I get with my part showing and shit. Oh, okay, it's the first minute I could cuss too. You know how I get.
How you get Robert?
You giving my whole government to the internet.
I'm so sorry. It's okay, that's a fake name.
Facts. What's good, y'all? But yeah, okay. So look, the topic of today's video is like, really, twin. The topic of today's video is, why is your life so hard? You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you ever wondered that? It's because, bro, like, I honestly, like, the ones who go through the most stuff, bro, like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, one, you either a dummy, because I ain't gonna just make it seem like everybody just chosen, bro. I ain't finna just say, like, everybody chose it, bro. I ain't finna just go ahead and say that, but, like, most of us is chosen, bro. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you, and you gonna get tested a lot. You gonna go through a lot of stuff to be like, damn, like, why am I going through this? I mean, like, you wondering why, you feel me? You your biggest enemy at sometimes, bro. It's because, bro, like, at the end of the day, God is putting you in a position to figure this shit out. I think a lot of y'all complain about that. I think a lot of y'all want to complain about, figuring it out. But deep down, bro, like, I think we could keep it down to the basics. The basics of what is our skill set, what can we provide to the world, and how can we get it out to the world. I just always think that that always tops the job. That always tops the job, bro, because you get what I'm saying? You could put all your time into that job, but that job would drop you in an instant and replace you. But the skill set you develop in your life to just be nice in your life, providing value to what somebody need in their life, will always support you in your life. Because it's like, you gotta look at it like this. There's a captivity level at that job or what you're doing. When you do you, there's no captivity on how much you can gain doing you. You get what I'm saying? And I just always think that's the way to go. You could say I got it from the people who went before me, but honestly, it ain't really even too many people who went before me and was on entrepreneur stuff. The only person that really no, I got like 3 people who's on entrepreneur stuff. First of all, I want to give 3 shout outs. First of all, shout out to my dad opening up a restaurant. You feel me? Showing me that way. Shout out to my uncle becoming a CEO down in Arizona, opening up his crib, running residence to where he owned different houses, and he kind of run the people who sell the houses. You get what I'm saying? And shout out to my brother for pursuing his music dreams. Shout out to my other brother for honestly just like on the point of, at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying, he gave the fashion thing his effort and stuff like that, and he tried to do a clothing brand and stuff like that. Shout out to these people, because at the end of the day, like, yo, these people showed me like it's a way. Of course, I had to show myself and hold myself accountable on a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, bro, I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with y'all. Bro. Like, hold on. You said what?
I don't think I want that clean.
Why not?
It's on before.
Wash it off. I do want it. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with y'all. Like, at the end of the day, y'all gotta keep grinding, bro. I don't even think this live gonna be too long, because I got a lot of stuff to talk about. And we gonna go ahead and get to like different points of the live because I think y'all be so caught up in y'all life and y'all be wondering what y'all love life is like, but really it ain't even about that, bro. I think it's about the love you got for yourself, bro. Cause it's like you always gonna be pushed to the point of like the love you got for yourself. And I just think that shit need to be so true. The only way out of the box you trap you in is getting outside the box of just like, all right, bro, like I can create something in my life because we all stuck in some type of box. I ain't gonna say like for the ones you think rich, they life perfect, nah, gang. Like it's always some type of struggle going on in life, always, always. So it's like if you just like on the point of just like being down on yourself, not getting right with yourself, you're gonna see yourself struggle to the max and be hard on yourself about the stuff that don't even matter for real. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody said you gotta love the grind and struggle. Somebody said where the huz at? She cooking right now, G. She cooking right now. Um, somebody said why aren't you helping with the dishes right now? What the fuck I look like helping with the dishes right now?
What do you mean?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. And I'm be honest, like one thing I could tell you, bro. Once you start like to actually change your life, and I was just talking to my homeboy about this. Once you start to actually change your life, bro, you'll start to realize that you'll have extra commentary on your life, bro. Like you'll hear opinions from people you didn't even know existed, bro. Because you putting in so much work into your life that people are paying attention to your life that much. I just never got it. I really never got it. I ain't gonna say like it's not cool to put your input on things, but just like honestly, bro, like it's usually the input on the people who putting in work. You get what I'm saying? Like if you putting in true work, expect some type of haters, gang. Expect some type of haters, bro. And a lot of y'all be like questioning, I'm like, well, bro, like when is my life gonna get easier and when is it gonna get better? Honestly, it get better when you make it better. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. What is the problem? You gotta ask yourself that. Like, what is the problem? Like, alright, I'm struggling with money and shit. I'm struggling with money. Alright, how I'm gonna make some money? How? Figure out a way. What is you good at? That's why it's like when I'm talking to my boys, I'm not wasting no time, gang. Like, okay, you good at this, go ahead and do this, gang. If you want to. If you want to type shit. Or if I'm talking to somebody and they down on themselves, I'm saying, bro, you got a choice to not be down on yourself. You got a choice. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It come down to you and the choices you make. For real, for real. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Somebody said, I just discovered you, bro. You a real voice for the people. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, bro. And that's really why I be grinding, bro, because I feel like God has empowered my voice to like speak the knowledge I've got. But I'm gonna be honest with you. All these niggas want is women, bro. All these niggas, all y'all care about is women, gang. Like y'all don't even care about yourself and changing y'all life for real. And that's gonna be the part that holds y'all back, bro. Somebody said, have I heard of Antlerhead? I don't know who that is, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, and that's not everybody. I think some people out there is very on the point of grinding and knowing why their life is hard. But I think a lot of people don't know why their life is hard and why God is putting them in a position that He's putting them in. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. You gonna be at the point of where you tired and you still gotta go. You still gotta remain consistent in some type of field, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Ever had a situation where you realized your girl was your biggest hater? Facts, bro. Like facts. I don't had a situation like that. Um, I think if she my biggest hater, she not gonna be my girl. But I had a girl around me and she was my biggest hater. You know why? Because sometimes girls gotta dull your light if you a bright light, or they gotta test your light to see if you gonna react to something that's just like not even worth it, bro. So it's like I would never even give a girl like that type of response, bro. Like off the rip, I'm just gonna tell her like at the end of the day, like like word, like your nature, your nature. I can't stop you from being you. I can't stop you from doing what you wanna do. I can't stop you from hating on me because my light is bright. But what I can control is what I fuck with and what I choose to fuck with and how I choose to operate the person I'm fucking with. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like if you start to allow stuff to rack up, bro, like I feel like people get too comfortable. Like you start to show love, people get too comfortable, man. Like, nah, you gotta keep people. I ain't gonna say on their toes, but on the point of like respect always gotta be there, like at all times, bro. At all times. Somebody said straight up friend zone. Like, hey, bro, word. I mean, tell me about that, bro. How you got put in the friend zone? What happened with that? Bro said tests God tests, but his servants challenge. We do what he asks of us, but he always leaves rooms for us to grow on our own in a way. Facts, 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 facts. Have you ever got friend zones before? Yeah, but I don't stay in the friend zone, bro. I don't entertain that shit. And I was just talking about that shit. Like some niggas was bless you. I think some niggas was staying in friend zones for years. Like some niggas will wait for their turn for years, and it's like, just make sure that like that's not you. Just make sure that's not you. I ain't gonna lie. Just make sure that that's not you, because at the end of the day, bro, like it's not even worth it, bro. Like if you really like somebody and you putting up with being in the friend zone, what's the point? What's the point? Because you really want something different, but you settling for something that you don't really want. Come on. Let's be real. Somebody said a real one takes the hate and turns it into positive. Facts. And that's really what I be on, bro. I'm the same way, brother. And I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you. And honestly, bro, you gotta be careful with that energy, bro. Like some people will really, really, really be on the type of timing of like wanting to be around you because you're a good person. And it's like, bro, you got to be really selfish with that energy. I'm not saying you can't give it out of positivity, but I'm going to keep it real with you. Somebody said, tell us a story. What story y'all want to hear? Just tell me what story y'all want to hear. I ain't going to lie. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like something building over time that's gonna take time to grow, that's gonna like change your life. It's not easy to grind in. I think a lot of people can't put themselves in that position to grind in that. Do I watch sports? Hell yeah, I watch sports, bro. I watch a lot of sports, bro. All right, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on, I might ban you from my channel, bro. You okay? I ain't finna say that on this channel. On this channel. I'm gonna put your ass in timeout. You about to go in the corner. Hold on. Put your ass in timeout for 24 hours too. You won't be able to watch my channel. Somebody said, anyways, cutie, can you please rate my name out of 1 through 10? My name is, bro. Come on, bro. Watch out. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. At the end of the day, bro, I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna take a whole lot of grinding to get out the shit that you feel is hard in your life, that is to the point where it's just like, damn, my life sucked. Or, damn, my life is ass. Or, damn, why this is me. Or, damn, why my mom give me problems. Or, damn, why my family situation is this. Damn, why I ain't have my dad in my life. Damn, why this. Bro, you're not gonna get out of that until you see out of that. Till you see the truth why that happened. Till you see what you need to do of while it's happening. You get what I'm saying? And that's when you get the flowing. Now you in flow state. Now you at the point of doing what you need to do. I don't care what nobody say, bro. Because at the end of the day, I did what I needed to do of putting people on to their truth, bro. You get what I'm saying? Because I told you what you needed to do, bro. At the end of the day, the whole female content was for you to pursue what you want to pursue, bro. And what does that teach you back to do, bruh? Back to doing what you need to do to pursue what you want to pursue past just women. But a lot of y'all want to just base it down on just women. A lot of y'all just need to dumb down to where y'all just like, all right, boom, like, all right, fuck it. I'm just getting by. Like, nah, bro, what happened to actually thriving? You get what I'm saying? And I know what it's going to take, bro. Like, at the end of the day, like, bro, it's not really hard, bro. Like, you just got to do what the average person not comfortable with doing. And that's just getting out yourself out there. That's getting what you're good at out there. I think a lot of people are scared to take that step. I think a lot of people is scared to take that step because let's be real, bro. Like when that money in the line, and you could say you don't want to do it, but when that money on the line, bro, you gonna do it, bro. Why you think the average person don't like their job or work their job, bro? Because at the end of the day, when it comes to that money, on, they gonna do it. So it's like, all right, boom. Like if it come down to it, at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I just think it's ways to do what you gotta do outside of what is just secure to you. Like that job, I think you should always be honing on your skills and pouring into like what can you do to actually change your situation and change the captivity level on your situation. What is the captivity situation? The captivity situation is, bro, like you know how you only can make a specific amount a month. What if you could break that? Because they don't want to hear that. They want to hear the lies. They want to be deluded. They want to just see the woman. But really, bro, it was about you figuring out you. And I always say that. I always say that. You know why though? Because a lot of people don't put the love into themselves or what they need to do. You get what I'm saying? You really need to put this in perspective because if you're not putting this in perspective, bro, you could lose a lot of respect for yourself, bro. And I think it's really time to put that work into yourself, to put the time into yourself, to put the respect into yourself, to put the grind into yourself. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, like if you ain't putting the grind, what's the point? What's the point, bro? Y'all be crying, bro. Y'all be on the point of just like on some shit or just like complaining about y'all shit. But complaining ain't gonna do nothing, bro. Complaining ain't gonna do nothing, bro. And I'm reading y'all comments as I go. Like, come on, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, at the end of the day, for you to make the big change in your life, it's gonna take big changes in your decisions in his life. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to y'all on the next live. This was some quick one because at the end of the day, it's on you, bro.